here. But you can just call me Bobby, because we're all family here in Slate, and I want to invite you to visit our wonderful city. We have everything you could possibly ask for, and when I say that, I truly mean it. Come walk for miles in Slate Park. Enjoy the beautiful scenery and the pristine ponds. Come and fish at our two great rivers, the Slate and the Shale. Looking for history? Well, we've got that too. Come visit the historic Slate Village, where Slate's history started nearly a century ago. Like I've told you, we truly have everything you could ask for, and a little more. Well, you know our motto, we truly are the happiest place in America. It's a wonderful place to be, and we welcome you here.
So, did y'all hear about Slate closing down?
That I did. Another 200 jobs down the drain.
Yeah, that's the fourth company in 4 years closing down in this town. Not a good track record.
Well, at least we got our jobs.
Yeah, well, don't give Bobby any ideas. Next thing you know, he'll cut all of us and we'll be out in the streets.
Well, that's why I brought you all here today, but we can't start until Ted arrives.
Probably being held up by his ex or something. How much more money does she want in that divorce?
What does Rachel expect? She's already driven him to that crappy shack.
Either way, we need him for the meeting, and this will save our careers for sure.
I can't wait to hear this one, Ron.
Sorry I'm late, Ron. Another call with the lawyer.
Don't worry about it, Ted. Better late than never.
Pull up a seat.
What's going on here?
Well, I brought you to discuss a plan that Mayor White and I have been working on concerning the upcoming renewal with Columbus for our potable drinking water. As you know, it costs $8 million a year, something Slate doesn't just have sitting around.
Doesn't have much these days.
Well, especially with the loss of Slate 10. It's a blighted town, Robert. Lost and without direction.
Exactly, Steve. Anyway, it's costing us an arm and a leg to keep buying water from Columbus, and they're looking to raise the price again.
Didn't they just raise it 3 years ago?
They did, Ted, and they're looking to raise the prices again. They're hoping to find revenue for a new project to improve their pipelines.
Well, the sky's the limit with those bastards from Columbus Sewer and Water.
That's why I called you all here today. I talked to Mayor White, and he proposed a plan which I fully support.
What is it, Ron?
I propose that we switch from buying our water from the Columbus Toyota supply and start pumping and cleaning our own, right from the Slate. What do you think?
Cut the middleman out.
I agree.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second there, Ron.
What is it, Ted?
This plant hasn't pumped water in 35 years.
Last time Slate drew water from the river was in the summer of '80.
Oh, we can bring the treatment facility back up to spec. It shouldn't be too hard. In the long run, this will actually save us money.
Long term is what I'm looking at. We're being strangled by Columbus and their price hikes.
Exactly, Ron. Those bastards. Constantly raising the price. What do they think they are?
This plant's been essentially shut down since July 1980. You can't just bring a dormant facility back online and expect it to run smoothly. There were reasons we stopped using Slate water back then, and they're still valid today.
Any problems can be ironed out.
You can't do that kind of project in the timescale we're looking at. Once Columbus figures out we're not planning on renegotiating the contract, they're going to shut the water down. The contract ends in November. That'll give us 8 months to get everything working here. That's not enough time.
Sensenbrenner, where are you getting your information from?
Steve, may I remind you why nobody uses the Slate for drinking water? And may I also remind you of the huge fish die-off we had 2 years ago when a sewer line burst? Now, if we really want to save money, we could just buy raw water from Columbus and treat it here ourselves. The Scioto River has a lot better quality of water than the Slate River.
Any water quality problems can be treated and taken care of.
Sure, you can treat it here, but the Slate, as per the last EPA study done in 2013, is acidic and full of bacteria. That needs extra chlorine, which makes it even more acidic. Then you have to worry about THMs, and that will need an orthophosphate. That runs up the cost even further and reduces the margin of air and water safety for the city.
I disagree, Ted. The facility can be upgraded to handle this. The price of water in the city is skyrocketing. We're at the mercy of Columbus Sewer and Water. They've raised the price 3 times in the past 5 years. Sure, the price of chemicals will be more expensive at first, but the long-term savings, we can pass that on to the consumer. That's Mayor White's plan for Slate. We can use this to improve the infrastructure and help the whole city.
Bobby White is not a water specialist.
But you, Sensenbrenner, you're just a supervisor.
Thank you, Steve. Ted, you're just supervisor here. You supervise workers. I run this show. I know what I'm doing.
I know my stuff about water treatment too.
Then use your knowledge to make this transition work. Slate is running out of money, and this switch is one way to keep our collective asses out of the breadline. Either you're with me, or you're against me, Ted. What do you say, gentlemen?
I don't think it's too bad of an idea. I think we can just iron out the problems as we see them come up.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen, right?
What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen, right?
Oh yeah, Robert. Just getting ready for the day shift. No, I haven't had a chance to clean the apartment yet. Still dealing with all that shit from that stupid bitch Rachel. Trying to get all my money. So they did get the water hooked up to the Slate River today? Oh. Alright, we'll have to check that out, see how that's going. Alright. Okay. Alright. Bye then. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Money's tight, and well, quite frankly, this is all really obsolete equipment. Well, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do if you don't pass the 2015 fiscal budget, but I just really hope it passes. But I'll do my best. I know. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Come in. What can I do for you, Ted?
We have a problem.
What the hell is that?
Look at this. It's exactly what I feared. This atrocious water quality came out of my tap.
Where the hell did you get that from?
From my kitchen sink. All the water in my apartment runs that color.
Well, that can't be, Ted. We just took a sample an hour ago. It was for the,
No, it's from the iron being sloughed off the pipes by the Slate water.
That can't be from the plant. We just had it tested. It's probably from your apartment's shitty plumbing.
It never ran that color before until you switched to the Slate. What are you running through the plant?
The standard procedures.
What's that?
It doesn't concern you, Sensenbrenner. You're a supervisor. You're here to supervise workers. You're not a water quality inspector. I haven't heard a single complaint about the water. Everything's fine, and if it isn't, it's probably just a temporary issue. Besides, there's no EPA regulation for iron in the water. It's harmless.
Whatever you say.
I was on Kroll Avenue last week, having to fix a ruptured water line. Now we have to go back there again.
This breaks all through the city.
I get that they're old, but these pipes are just corroded. When we dig them up, they're thin as paper.
It's all the acid in the water. It's corroding the pipes faster.
Henceforth, the brown discoloration.
I'm worried about it. Some of these older houses have lead in the pipes. It's going to put it in the water.
Yeah, Kirby says he's running through all the standard procedures, whatever that is.
I don't know with him. I was really worried about it.
Yeah, good luck trying to figure out which one of those. Terrible record keeping track in this town.
It's adding to all the problems we have here.
Yeah, don't remind me. Between this job and your ex, I'm amazed that we're still going.
Yeah. Rachel the money vacuum.
Either way, I can't see what's wrong with it now. It's the 5th break we've had in 2.5 weeks.
Has it been that many already?
Something like that. Too many. I lost count.
This is gonna keep getting worse.
And we're almost there. Just take a right up here.
Forgetting you've been out here more than I have.
Time or two. This is the street. We're here, right where this red truck is. Don't forget your hazards this time. Better make sure that's our water and not some artesian spring.
I'm on it. At least we still have money for beakers.
Don't tell Bobby that. He'd want us to use paper cups for testing.
Well, this is about all the budget's down to these days anyway.
Yep, that's our water, all right.
Let me make sure. That's definitely our water.
Looks chlorine positive.
A lot of chlorine.
Kirby must have upped the dose on this crap we call water. Hey, you guys.
Who the hell
Over
is
here.
this?
Yeah?
What the hell's up with the water? Brown and everything. The line burst again. Second time in a week.
Calm down, sir. We're working on it.
Yeah, that's what they all say down at the plant. We're working on it. We're working on it. Well, obviously not. Because my water's been tasting like crap ever since you switched to the Slate.
Okay, what's your name, sir, and how long have you lived in the city of Slate?
My name is Tom Tribani, and I've lived in the city of Slate my entire life.
All right, we'll send this information back, okay?
Can you fix my water, though, you morons, you know?
What's it doing exactly? Discolored?
Well, it's brown. They're giving me hives and headaches. Messing up my entire family.
Robert, why don't you take care of that and get that reported?
Yes, sir.
Tom, let me get another beaker and I'm going to test your water real quick, okay?
Yeah, go to my back. I got a tap out that you can use. You know, this has been happening ever since we switched to the Slate. Ever since we switched.
It's been happening to my water too. It's running terrible just like yours, so you're not alone.
It's right there.
Cut. Well, we already know it has a high chlorine content, so I'm going to run a lead test. Oh no.
That's not good, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's 655 Cordell Street, Tom Shabani. Another water main break. Okay.
Robert, take a look at this.
Let me call you back. It's got lead in it, Ted.
I know. I've got big problems here.
Yeah.
Look, I understand your frustration about the water quality, but we're really busy here making sure what's going on with it. It's just a little bunch of gremlins in the system. It'll iron itself out. I wouldn't worry at all about the system, okay? Look, I understand your frustration. I understand it fully. It's... I know. Okay, I know you got kids. I got kids myself, okay? Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't bring a gun here. That's a big no-no. All right, we'll have to call Homeland Security. You don't want that to happen. All right, I understand. Look, I have to get going, okay? All right, thank you. Bye-bye. This is Steve Marks, Slate Water Department. Yeah. All right, your water is running brown, okay? Right. My apologies about it. We're working on it as hard as we can. It's just some technical glitches in the system right now with the iron. Nothing to worry at all. I'm with my director and we're working on it as hard as we can. My apologies about it. Look, I gotta get going, okay? Give me a call later and we'll work out the symptoms, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Damn it, Ron.
Just tell them we're working on it, okay? Yeah, I know it doesn't look good. Give me some time. I'm trying to work out this problem. This problem wouldn't have happened if we had more money, okay?
Ron?
Shit. Look, Bobby, I gotta go back, okay? Thanks. Bye. Hey, Steve. What brings you here?
I was looking all over the place for you. Where have you been?
I had a phone call from the mayor.
I just got off the telephone myself. I had a fifth angry resident in Slate calling me about the water quality. What the hell's going on here?
That's unfortunate to hear.
Spill the beans, Kirby. What the hell's going on with the water quality here at this plant?
The plant isn't working as expected.
Well, obviously it's not working, Kirby. You know, what's your solution to this?
Build a whole new water treatment plant.
You told me this was going to work.
It was going to work. Until we ran out of money.
Now, you told me that you were going to be able to safely treat Slate water after retrofit through 2015.
I didn't expect the Slate River to be so polluted.
You told me it could be treated. Now you're telling me something else? I trusted you, Kirby. That's why I went along with this whole plan.
Look, I'm dealing with a polluted tributary from the Shale River. I'm dealing with an outdated treatment plant that hasn't put out clean water since Alba made Super Trooper. We can't put orthophosphate in the water because it costs too much money to retrofit the pumps.
You bumbling idiot. You're not running orthophosphate through the water?
We ran out of money. I was hoping to get an increase in budget. You know what I got? Another factory gone. More money out the door for Slate. No ortho again.
Look, I just went down to the pipe gallery and I ran a sample. Our water is acidic. It has high trihalomethanes because you're pumping 3 times the chlorine through that goddamn thing to disinfect it. We are 200 times the limit set by the EPA for THMs. And guess what? Now we're dealing with carcinogenic water that we're giving to people. And you know why? Because we're not running ortho. Isn't that just beautiful?
I didn't think it would end like this.
You let that goddamn Bobby White suck you into this. Well, guess what? Your quest to save money is going to cost you and me our jobs. Heads are going to roll once people in this town get a whiff that they're drinking fucking carcinogenic water.
Then don't tell them about it and keep Sensenbrenner out of it.
You know, he was right, you know.
Don't remind me. And don't let the son of a bitch hear anything.
So what are you going to do about this? You can't just keep giving people shitty water in this town. They're going to find out. What's your plan?
I don't know. I need ortho pumps. I need chemicals. Do you know how much that is? That's $2 million. Where do I get $2 million?
God, you bumbling idiot. You have to think of something quickly because people aren't going to take it.
Well, you tell them that we're working on it and you keep Ted out of this.
The clock's ticking, Ron. When I went into this project, I assumed you knew what you were doing. The clock's ticking.
I know.
And here's the lead test. Oh no. Hey, Robert, not waking you up, am I? Okay, good. Listen, I think we got a problem. I just did a test on my water for the lead, and it's showing really high lead in the water. Look, could you come over first thing tomorrow before you go into work and bring me a sample of yours? Alright, thanks.
Just got the sample from my kitchen sink.
Alright, let me do a test on it. I did mine earlier, it has really high lead levels.
That's not good.
Not at all. Lead.
Oh boy. It's just fucking great.
What year was your house built?
1943.
Pipes from the street are lead-based.
How can you tell?
All the houses in Slate built before 1960 have lead pipes. It'd be in records in City Hall if Slate bothered keeping track of their records.
Let me guess. In a shoebox in the mayor's office, right?
That's just beautiful, Robert. We've got lead in the water.
Are you going to tell Ron about it?
What good would that do? I've already showed him the discolored water. He's saying everything. All the evidence that I have. All he's worried about is the bottom line. He doesn't care about anything but the money.
Considering they didn't even have enough money to finish renovating our offices.
That's the least of our concern. I have lead in my water, you have lead in your water. That Tom Giovanni guy had lead in his water. Thousands of people in the city are being exposed to dangerous levels of lead.
It's not good. Ron Kirby's slipping up.
No, he's not fucking slipping up. He knows very damn well what's wrong with the water, and he's not doing anything about it.
So what do? I don't know or have any say what's in the water, quality and treatment. I just lay and fix pipes.
I have no choice but to do my own investigation. Fuck Kirby and Steve Marks. If they're not going to confront the problems, then I will.
Flashing down the quality control. Somebody threw a spanner, they threw him in the hole. There's rumors in the Logan Bay and anger in the town. Somebody blew the whistle and the walls came down. There's a meeting in the boardroom, they're trying to trace the smell. There's a leaking in the washroom, there's a sneaking personnel. Somewhere in the corridor, someone was heard to sneeze. Goodness me, could this be industrial disease? Caretaker was crucified and sleeping in his post. Refusing to be pacified, it's him they blame the most. Watchdog or rabies, the foreman got a fillets. Everyone concerned about industrial disease. There's panic on the switchboard, tongues and knots. Some come out in sympathy, some come out in spots. Some blame the management, some the employees. Everybody knows it's the industrial disease. Disgusted, downs, tools, walks. Innocence is injured, experience just talks. Everyone seeks damages, and everyone agrees that these are classic symptoms of a monetary squeeze. On ITV and BBC, they talk about the curse. Philosophy is useless, theology is worse. History falls over, there's an economics freeze. Sociologists invent words that make industrial disease.
What are you doing here?
Dr. Parkinson declared, I'm not surprised to see you here. You've got smoker's cough from smoking, brewer's droop from drinking beer. I don't know how you came to get the Betty Davis knees, but worst of all, young man, you've got industrial disease. He wrote me a prescription, he said,
Well,
you are depressed.
ever since the summer, the water has been brown and that sediment.
Send him another victim of industrial disease.
My vision's not too good no more. And I got my hair falling out. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweats. The other day I was making some banana bread.
Two men say they're Jesus. One of them must be wrong. There's a protest singer. He's singing a protest song. He says they wanna have a war, keep their factories. They wanna have a war, keep us on our knees. They wanna have a war to stop us by a Japanese. War to stop us the other thing. They're pointing out the enemy to keep you deaf and blind. They wanna sap your energy, incarcerate your mind. Give you Rule Britannia, gassy beer, pastry. 2 weeks in Hispania and Sunday strip tease. Meanwhile, first Jesus says, I'm curing soon. Abolish Monday mornings and Friday afternoons. The other ones out on hunger strike is dying by degrees. How come Jesus gets industrial living?
Come in.
We need to talk.
Talk about what?
We've got trouble brewing in Slate.
What is all this?
It's testimonies from the people you've been ignoring, the people with water problems. There's too much lead in the water. The decisions you've made have caused the pipes being destroyed.
I told you to stay out of this, Sensenbrenner. You're a supervisor. This isn't your
Cut the
job.
shit, Kirby. It's my moral responsibility now. People are getting sick and dying because you and that fucker Bobby White are more worried about money.
Take that back, and you take that back right now. I have responsibility. I am saving money. I am improving this city.
Improving the city? You call poisoning people improving the city? You're turning us into the next Love Canal. For Christ's sake.
What are you saying, Ted?
I think you know what I'm saying.
If you think I did this on purpose,
Oh, you didn't do it on purpose, but your stupidity did. You're not running an orthophosphate through the water. My testing's concluded that.
yeah? Well, the plant needed to be retrofitted, and we ran out of money, so I omitted it.
Well, maybe if Bobby White stopped spending all his money trying to get people to come to this shithole town, you'd have money for some goddamn orthophosphate. You fucked up big time, Ron. I told you the Slate River water was bad. It's that kind of arrogant indifference that gets people sick.
All right, I fucked up. Screaming isn't gonna fix anything. I'll take a look at this, and I'll see what I can do.
That's it? That's all you're gonna say?
Well, what else do you want me to say?
Well, if you're not gonna do your job, it looks like I'm gonna have to do the dirty work.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
If you think you're just gonna brush this under the bridge, then I'm gonna force your hand. People are gonna die. Men, women, children, all from this lead poisoning. If you and Bobby aren't gonna do anything about it, then I'm gonna contact the media.
You wouldn't dare.
Watch me. Well, Robert, got everything I need. Gonna go meet that reporter in New Shockton.
You know, if Ron finds out about this, you're gonna be in deep shit, Ted.
Fuck Ron.
I never thought it'd have to come to this.
Neither did I.
Wish you the best, man.
Thank you.
Like a
Robert? Robert, I think I'm in trouble. Robert. Robert.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. It's good news for us though, right? Well, thanks for the call. Yeah, I'll probably be meeting with the chamber tomorrow. Yeah, concerning next fiscal year's budget. Hey, Steve's here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go. Yep, thanks again, Ron.
Bobby? You're late. Yeah, I know I'm late. That's what happens when you get all kinds of phone calls into the plant about
Right. Yeah. I've heard from Ron. A couple hundred other callers around the city. That's how my day's gone.
Well, good for you, Bobby. This is what happens when we all screwed up big time, and you know it. You know we screwed up big time.
There is no we in any of this. You guys screwed up. But thanks for reaffirming that. I'd say it's time for a little damage control, wouldn't you say?
You're the one who wanted to cut costs down, Bobby. Well, congratulations. You just destroyed every single pipe in Slate. You've poisoned thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people, all because of your cost-cutting measures. Boy, $300 a day saved by not running an orthophosphate, not upgrading the treatment plant to run ortho. Well, congratulations. Now we just blew $500 million.
Listen, you and Kirby are going to fix this. In case you haven't realized, I have a re-election campaign coming up. I'm going to be seen as the man who saved this town.
Saved? Saved what? Bobby, there's nothing left in Slate to save. What are you going to save? Are you going to save the industry that's gone? Are you going to save the people from poverty? Are you going to save them from the crime? Are you going to save them from the drug epidemic? What are you going to save? They don't even have water to drink now because we couldn't even save that. Save what, Bobby? And now there's just this big problem with Ted Sensenbrenner. He's got this document. It's a bombshell. And he's going to leak it to the media. It's going to be the end of all of us.
Listen. I wouldn't worry too much about old Teddy and his fancy little expose.
What are you talking about, Bobby? This is Sensenbrenner's report about our screw-ups. I don't know if you've been aware of this, Bobby. This has everything. This is the atom bomb. And Slate is Hiroshima. Okay? This is going to end our careers because we all knew what was going on, but we all turned a blind eye to it. And look at our infrastructure now. Look at our people. We all knew it. We did nothing.
Ron told me that he could treat the water in Slate, and that he could do it a lot cheaper than getting it all the way from Columbus. I agreed with him because I trust him.
Well, congratulations, Bobby. You fell victim to your own yes man. That's what Ron Kirby is. He bought it hook, line, and sinker into your culture of penny pinching in this city.
Oh, all right. Listen. This is what we're going to do. Initially, we're going to downplay the severity of this entire thing. Then, we're going to slowly let the public know about it. After that, we'll get all of this funding from the state, which we will then use to begin to repair our infrastructure. We're going to look like heroes. And most importantly, this is going to go a long, and I mean long way, in getting me reelected in 2017.
What about the information about Ted has? The expose?
Listen, I don't think you're going to have to worry about old Ted Sensenbrenner after tonight, alright?
About the information, everything he has.
I've already talked to Ron, and apparently there's no worry about that threat anymore. Alright?
About the info and everything.
Like I said, don't worry about it. Tomorrow you're going to go to the treatment plant, and you're going to do your job as assistant director. You and Kirby are going to go and renegotiate with Columbus so that we can hook the Columbus feed back up and then stop pumping water out of the Slate River. Then you're going to devise a funding plan so that we can fix all of the pipes in town. Don't worry, I'll negotiate with the state so that we can get the emergency funding. And then I am going to run the most amazing PR campaign you have ever seen to win back the hearts and minds of our citizens and save our jobs. Because whether you want to believe it or not, you are in way too deep to save yourself now.
I just got this update from the Sheriff's Department about 10 minutes ago. Apparently, one of our water department trucks was found about 20 miles north in the town of New Shopton, Ohio, in a pine forest on private property. The U.S. DOT number confirms that it was loaned to Theodore Sensenbrenner, our supervisor, to the water treatment plant. Unfortunately, the whereabouts of Ted Sensenbrenner are still unknown. Initial investigations found no evidence in the vehicle, no fingerprints, no documentation that Ted was claimed to be carrying. If we have any updates, we'll let you all know. Thank you.